Hey, Big V here, it's Verl Workman, and we're talking teens. People ask me all the time, especially in today's real estate climate, Verl, I can't sell any houses, or I can't buy a house because the interest rates have gone too high. I mean, when I was in the market area, rates were at 2.5% and 3%. Now they're like 7 or 8. Well, guess what? People don't buy and sell houses because of the interest rates. And I know you think it's crazy, but there's this concept called the river of real estate. And here's what it looks like. According to a Harvard University study, people move because of life events that occur. Things such as they get married or they get divorced, they upsize their family, they downsize their family, they retire, they move, they get relocated, they lose their job, they get a new job. You think about all of the things that happen in people's lives. Those are the triggers or the life events that occur, and that's called the river of real estate. The river of real estate continues to flow regardless of what happens to interest rates. One of the things we realized during the great pandemic is that we thought in the first 30, 60 days that everything was going to be shut down, that people wouldn't buy and sell houses. They couldn't show houses, you had to wear masks everywhere you go, but what did we learn? Many of our agents and many of the agents we coach had the best years they've ever had in real estate when they were shut down and couldn't show houses. Now, how is that possible? It's because the river of real estate continued to flow. And it continues to flow today. What is it that you're doing today with your clients in the way you message to them that helps them continue to move forward in the process, to participate in the river of real estate? We've created a series of modules called Shift. The Shift modules are threat-based marketing tools and resources that help consumers get off the sidelines and get re-engaged. One of the challenges is the old scripts and dialogues that have been used for years by the great speakers, coaches, and trainers just don't work anymore because they don't take into consideration the emotional intelligence of the consumer. We are emotional beings. When people feel stuck, that's a feeling. It's not a physical thing. They're not actually stuck in the mud. If they were stuck, they would not be able to move forward, but they feel like they're stuck because rates have gone up. And that emotion, when you feel stuck or you feel frustrated, causes inaction. They just don't move forward. And so how do we get them to move forward? Now, the reality is sometimes people get priced out of the market by interest rates, but most of the time, that's not the case. They just feel stuck because nobody's explained to them there's things we can do that will give you the feeling, it'll give you the actual reality of having a lower payment even though there's a higher rate. Things like discount points or interest rate buy downs or other programs that are offered by so many different lenders and even the government. There's so many programs and systems out there that you can use and you can plug into that will allow you to have a lower payment until you can refinance it or allow you to have other concessions until you can move forward. We created a proprietary system called the interest rate offset program. And it's so brilliant that one of our clients and coaches, Rianne Rudd, literally saved $27,000 for a first-time home buyer. A first-time home buyer that was stuck and felt like they couldn't move forward. Rianne called and said, we have a program called the interest rate offset program. She took them through the system, shared the story, and then she shared the calculator, looked at where they first came in the market, where they were today at interest rates, looked at the difference and said, I don't know if I can save you this difference, but I'll do everything in my power to save as much as possible. And then she went to work. By going to work for her client, knowing exactly what it was going to take to get that client to move forward, she negotiated with better energy, with more enthusiasm, with more confidence, because she knew she had a buyer that would buy if they felt as much of that difference would be offset. As you go through the interest rate offset program, you're going to find that you don't have to offset the whole 30-year mortgage. Let me give you an example. An example would be we look at a home that was 3% and they were buying something that was $350,000. Now it's at 7%. The difference over the next 5 to 7 years is around $37,000. So when you do the math on that over the next 5 to 7 years, it's $37,000. My goal is not to promise that I can offset it, but to do everything I can to offset as much as possible. We have literally watched employees at Workman Success System, coaching clients and coaches save tens and if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in savings just because they knew how to calculate the offset difference and be able to articulate it to the consumer. Practicing scripts and dialogues is a beautiful thing. Understanding that there are systems and programs that are designed to help people go from feeling frustrated and stuck to moving forward. If you're a consumer and you're trying to decide if rates are too high, get with an agent that understands the interest rate offset system. If you're a real estate agent that doesn't understand the interest rate offset system, let me just give it to you. Right here in the description of this video, I'm going to give you a link that you can download it right now. All you have to do is download the system, go out and practice it, and then share it with your clients. For you brokers and owners and team leaders out there that are looking to recruit, here's my challenge to you. Share it with the agents that you would like to join your team or your office or your brokerage. Teach them how to help them get their consumers off the sidelines and re-engaged. Remember, the proprietary language called interest rate offset is the name of the system. The way that we use it is we practice the scripts and dialogues by reading the story out loud, and then we do everything in our power to learn the mortgage programs and to have partnerships in mortgage that are creative, that have ways of getting people to move forward that you may not have heard of and don't know how to articulate. It's time to get better at the business. We owe it to the consumer to give them options and let them decide if rates are too high or not. It's not on me to decide if it's too high for you to move forward. All I want to do is give you options as a consumer and help you make the right decision. And once you make that decision, I'm going to roll up my sleeves, as most agents will, and they're going to get in and do everything they can to help you find a home. Can you move forward? Should you move forward? Well, if the right information is in front of you, you can make the best decision for your family. And as an agent, we owe it to our teams, to our team members, and to the consumer to give them choices. Let's use interest rate offset and let's help people feel unstuck.